To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee is a classic American novel set in the Deep South during the 1930s. It explores themes of racial injustice, morality, empathy, and the loss of innocence. Here's a detailed summary of the book. Overview. The novel is narrated by a young girl named Jean Louise Finch, or Scout, who lives in the small segregated town of Macomb, Alabama, with her older brother Jim and their widowed father, Atticus Finch. Scout and Jim navigate the challenges of growing up, particularly as their father, a lawyer, defends a black man accused of raping a white woman in a town steeped in racial prejudice. Major characters: Scout Finch, the young, curious narrator who learns about the complexities of human nature and society. Jim Finch, Scout's older brother, who grows protective of her and undergoes his own journey of understanding prejudice and justice. Atticus Finch, Scout and Jim's father, an honorable lawyer with strong morals who is highly respected in the town. Tom Robinson, the black man falsely accused of raping Mayella Ewell, a white woman. Mayella Ewell, the accuser who comes from a poor, abusive family. Bob Ewell, Mayella's father, a racist and abusive man who accuses Tom Robinson to cover his own wrongdoings. Boo Radley, a reclusive neighbor who becomes a figure of fascination and fear for Scout and Jim. Plot summary. Part 1. Childhood Adventures and Boo Radley. Scout and Jim spend their summers playing with a friend named Dill, who is fascinated by their mysterious neighbor Boo Radley. Boo has not been seen in years and is rumored to be a monster by the townsfolk. The children invent games around Boo, trying to get a glimpse of him and daring each other to go near his house. As they grow up, Scout and Jim's innocence begins to fade, especially when Scout starts school and faces discrimination for her father's role in defending Tom Robinson. Their perception of Boo Radley shifts from fear to empathy as they learn more about the man he might be. Part 2. The Trial of Tom Robinson. The core of the novel revolves around the trial of Tom Robinson. Atticus is appointed as Tom's defense attorney, which makes the Finch family a target of scorn and even threats. Scout and Jim endure insults from peers and townsfolk, including being called derogatory terms due to their father's involvement in the case. During the trial, Atticus provides strong evidence that Tom Robinson is innocent. He suggests that Mayella's injuries were inflicted by her father, Bob Ewell, not Tom. Atticus argues that Mayella accused Tom to cover up the shame of her attraction to a black man, a major taboo in the town. Despite the clear evidence of Tom's innocence, the all-white jury convicts him, illustrating the deep-rooted racism within the justice system. After the trial, Tom attempts to escape from prison but is shot and killed, leaving Scout and Jim devastated by the unjust outcome. Part 3. Consequences and Growing Up. Following the trial, Bob Ewell, humiliated by Atticus's defense, seeks revenge. One night, he attacks Scout and Jim on their way home from a Halloween pageant. Boo Radley intervenes, saving the children and killing Bob Ewell in the process. The sheriff decides to report that Bob's death was accidental to protect Boo, whom he sees as a hero. Scout finally meets Boo face to face and realizes he is a kind, compassionate man, not the monster they once feared. Themes: racial injustice. The novel highlights the systemic racism in the legal and social systems of the time. Tom's trial and conviction expose the unfair treatment of black people in Macomb. Moral integrity. Through Atticus, Lee illustrates the importance of standing up for what is right, even in the face of overwhelming opposition. Empathy and understanding. Scout learns the value of seeing things from others' perspectives, particularly through her experiences with Boo and Tom. Loss of innocence. The events of the novel force Scout and Jim to confront the harsh realities of the world. leading them to mature beyond their years. Conclusion: by the end of To Kill a Mockingbird, Scout has gained a deeper understanding of human nature, prejudice, and kindness. Standing on Boo Radley's porch, she metaphorically walks in his shoes, symbolizing her growth in empathy. Harper Lee uses this story to illustrate both the darkness of societal prejudice and the potential for goodness in people who choose to see and understand others without judgment.